The format of today's redefining brand tip will be a little different than usual. I received several questions that I think it will be more beneficial to answer for a broader group versus specifically to the individuals asking the questions because I believe it will benefit many. I will respond to those questions over a series of redefining brand tips. So if you have questions, please feel free to send them in via Messenger, email, DM, via Dove, however you like. So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Georgia Wolfe-Samuels, and I am a personal branding and leadership coach, among other titles. I am very passionate about self-development, and I get to leverage this passion as I work with female professionals and entrepreneurs to redefine their personal brand from the inside out to create space for amplified impact and income. So today's question came via Facebook Messenger. I do not repeat the sender's name or handle because I want to encourage you all to interact, and I never want you to be fearful of me putting you out there as a reason for not asking a question. So the question today is, oftentimes I hear personal branding experts refer to our personal brand as our reputation that exists in the minds of others. In other words, it is focused on what others think of us. However, when I listen to your various content and content of others, there's a lot of emphasis on us being ourselves and freeing ourselves of what other people think of us and the labels that they place on us, which appears contradictory to the goal of our personal brand if it does live in the minds of others. And then ultimately, shouldn't we care what others think of us? So, first and foremost, dear sender, this is an excellent question, and I thank you for taking the time out to ask your question. To answer your question, I think it is important to dissect what your personal brand is. What is the definition of your personal brand? So your personal brand is ultimately you plus the impact that you have on others that you interact with by way of your brand. And that impact does in fact live in the minds of others that you interact with directly or indirectly. So let's view your personal brand as a formula. I apologize, I'm a CPA by trade, so oftentimes my brain works in formulas. So that formula is your personal brand is a combination of who you are and the unique solution that you bring via your brand, which in combination results in the impact you have on others. So it's the you plus your brand solution equals the impact you have on others. The personal aspect is you. As a person, you have your skills, your gifts, your talents, your core values, etc. Then you add invaluable influence that you bring or the solution that you bring via your brand, which then equals the impact you have on others. Impact begins with you, hence why the word starts with an I, which stands for the invaluable influence that is within you by way of your skills, your talents, your gifts, and your perspectives. It is a part of who you are, that unique solution that you were created to provide. And who you are is independent of others outside of yourself. The goal is to be authentic with a strong sense of self, being confident in who you are, and be unwavering to what others think of you as a person. So your brand is then the vehicle to deliver that invaluable influence or your unique solution. The MPACT impact represents how the invaluable influences maximizes the position, the perspectives, and the actions of those that you connect with, and that allows them to thrive forward beyond the problem that they have. Those connections can be colleagues, it can be companions, it could be clients, anyone you connect with directly or indirectly. And people remember the impact you have on them, including how you made them feel. And your personal brand in combination is how you express and deliver your unique solution. There are various elements to your brand side of the equation that we go through as part of the Redefining Her Brand coaching program. I will add here that in the event your performance or the performance of your personal brand does not necessarily align or measure up to how you would like to be experienced, or you are not getting the impact or the results that you want. For example, if you are not getting the promotion that you desire, or the desired client that you want, or the customers that you want, in the event you're an entrepreneur, then check the formula. Is it you individually, or is it the element of your brand? For example, if the issue is the you side of the equation, it is quite possible that how you are showing up is not authentic to who you really are. It is possible that how you define yourself, that internal narrative that you tell yourself about who you are, may be out of alignment. And if so, you have the opportunity to redefine where necessary. If it is the brand side of the equation, then it is quite possible that you have not zoned into the right audience. In other words, you may be in the wrong room, or you may be at the wrong table, or your niche may not be properly defined. It is also possible that you may need to invest in further training to develop your skill sets, or it may be how you are showing up verbally or physically, your actual image, or a combination of all these variations. However, what I want you to take away today is that all hope is not lost, and you have an opportunity to redefine your personal brand, but it requires a decision from you. Your homework is to evaluate how you are showing up in rooms with your connections. This applies to your professional, it applies to your personal relationships, regardless of whether you are a professional, a student, a stay-at-home parent, or an entrepreneur. And if how you are showing up is not in alignment with how you want to be experienced, then make a decision to intentionally redefine your personal brand. Hire a coach if you need to. This is important because anything that we want to achieve in our life requires connections, and our personal brand is the direct link to the connections that we make. So hopefully this clarified your question. That wraps up today's Q&A session. If you wish to connect with me, I can be located on most social media platforms via my name, Georgia Wolfe-Samuels, or at my virtual home, which is www.georgiawolfsamuels, Wolf with an E, Samuels.com. Thank you.